So it's like 7:11, and I can't really go back to sleep. I work an overnight shift, so I start working at 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. and it's my Monday, so I'm coming back from an overnight schedule, or from a weekend back to daytime, or from a daytime schedule to a nighttime schedule, because I like to sleep. I either stay up for like 24 hours and I'll knock out and I'll wake up and I'll be totally refreshed, so I'll wake up at 7 in the morning or something. Well, that's besides the point. This video might turn into a really long ramble, so I'll just get to it. At about 2, I went to sleep at about 12 today, 12 p.m. to reset my schedule, and I woke up around, I remember it was like 2:57 or something, pretty sure. And I just woke up from this kind of odd dream. I mean, I have a lot of odd dreams, and maybe one day I'll get to telling people, or I'll do like videos on it or something. I don't know, but I woke up from this odd dream, and it doesn't really, anyways, it doesn't really have any point to this. But after I woke up, I had this odd feeling something wasn't right. So, I thought maybe I just had to use the bathroom, I had to go eat something, I don't know. So I got up, grabbed me, a little bit of food, and got some water. I sat down on my computer. I just logged back in, and I play an online game called Mabinogi, and it's a Nexon game. It's pretty fun. I think it's pretty fun. But so I normally just sit there AFK. Some people don't know if I'm there or not. And I decided to just kill some time, run a mission or two, or a dungeon or two. And I go to the Facebook page, which has the community for my server, and I found out that a pretty, I would say, pretty well-known member from my time, which was, I played this game for like almost 6 years, or 6 years to date kind of thing, and I didn't really know him, but I think he was a pretty big member in a lot of people's eyes because of how he was integrated within the community and what his guild was, or at least the guild he led. And I found out he passed away, and from a natural, well, I don't know if I would call it a natural disaster. A lot of nature things are called a disaster, but I think me personally, I think it's just a natural occurrence. So, well, he passed away, and that hit a lot of people. What I didn't expect is it kind of hit me, because I really didn't know the guy, to be honest. I found him in good company, or I found him to be good company when he was around, and he knew a lot of people that I knew, but personally I was never really associated with him. I did know some of his guild, I did know some of the people in his guild and revolving around his guild, but him personally I never really knew. I just, like any online game, you would just, walk in, you just say hi to people on, either in the lobby or in the main town or whatever, however it works for whatever anyone else plays. And it's just really odd to think something like that really kind of put me in this mental state where, after I did let me get to this. After I did the dungeon, right, I thought I should probably go back to sleep, and then I read this news, and I thought, man, this sucks. He was a good guy. I like to believe he was a good guy, even though I didn't personally know him or anything. It felt like he was a good man for what he was remembered by. And I kind of just laid down for a while, trying to go back to sleep, and these thoughts just started flowing. I don't think they're really anything coherent. They're just something that just bothered me, and that's why I'm making this video, just kind of get it off my chest. So I think it's really interesting to see, or at least to feel, regardless of who you knew, how you knew him personally or not, within this community, I mean, even this, well, it's not a fabricated community, but this digital community where people are meeting online, not in person, but they are able to meet people through personas they create, or even themselves, as they're projected online within these avatars, these characters, and to have a death, even so sometimes disconnected, not never physically meeting the person, but to be so involved or connected with someone, and to have like just a death of someone to become so, like, it's real. Obviously it's real. Like, to know the person behind the avatar will no longer be there anymore. I mean, that's a huge thing. I mean, that's just I think for people who really knew him, it would be the same as losing a good friend, a family member, something. But for me, I didn't even know him personally. For a lot of people, they don't even know him personally. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just kind of weird, but I feel that I've lost this connection with someone, even though I didn't know them. It could be just because I'm within this community, and it's just really odd to think something like this can affect people like this. I mean, like I said, maybe it could just be me, maybe it's all in my head, but it's just very odd to see how even something like this, even so disconnected, I mean, not physically connected with anybody, to be so, like, mentally, I guess you could say it's like a mental, social connection, to become so strong that a death of someone, even you may not know, even I didn't know, I barely knew, rather, he was more of a level of maybe just at acquaintance, and it's just odd to strike me. It strikes me so, like, I mean, not to sound callous or anything, but I didn't cry over it or anything, but it's just really bothering me how he's not here anymore. Like, it's just odd. And I really don't have much else to say. I mean, I already kind of got to the point of this ramble. It's just strange to feel this way, like, to not really know a person, but to feel for their loss. To feel their loss, rather. And how long has this been going? Oh man, it's like 8-minute ramble. I am sorry for whoever's watching this. I don't believe I have a good base for this, or I don't believe anyone's really watching this stuff anyways, but it's just very odd to feel like I've lost this connection that I've never really had with this person. But, just through this community, through this game, it feels like we've lost a piece of the community. And that itself is just interesting to me, because, I mean, I'm not really a super social person or anything. I do have a great group of friends. We've all developed to a point where we're really close knit, and my network isn't huge, but I think it's an okay size just for someone, like, for what I can handle. I don't go out, I don't super socialize with people. I mean, that doesn't say I'm like totally introverted or anything. I feel like I'm on this weird line between extroverted and introverted. Well, I mean, maybe I fall more towards the introverted side more than anything, but it's just when I develop physical connections with someone, like I meet them in person, and I get to know them more, I get to, maybe see them once or twice or something, I feel like the bond becomes stronger just because we're there. We're able to interact with each other. And, if, to relate this to an older story, I went to this meetup with a couple of my friends, and it's called Daggy here, and you just beat the hell out of each other with weapons, medieval style. It's great. And there was a guy there. I only knew him as Cert. I don't remember. I don't think I ever really knew his real name. But he passed away, and I met a couple times. He coached me through some like fighting lessons, and it was fun. But when he passed away, it hit me. Even though I didn't really know this guy as to the level some of my friends did, and the people who were fighting there did, or like, and interacting how they did with him, I felt for this loss. Like, I felt this loss. It was weird because I didn't really know him, but I didn't question it because I met him. I was able to talk with him, interact with him, and it feels the same now as it did then. But just to me, the level of connection is just so, it's not physical, but you don't need it to have that level of connection, I guess. I mean, I feel stupid to say. I mean, the internet's been around for so long, and people have been developing all kinds of connections online, even without through any physical contact. Voice chat is, more voice and webcamming are becoming, obviously more and more, especially since businesses start shifting towards it. But it just strikes me as odd where a community like this, where any member of the community like this can really feel for a loss like this. Maybe it is just because of the community itself, or maybe it's just me being weird. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm hitting like 12 minutes now or something. Yeah, just 15 seconds away. Well, I've kind of rambled enough. I just want to get that off my chest. It's just something I don't know what was going on, but that thought was gone. But yeah, there's something interesting at 7:30 at night on a Monday night. Yeah, about 7:30, and I can't sleep because of it. It's really weird. I'm losing sleep over the loss of someone I barely knew. What do you know?